by Rich TV Live.
Haters and they trolls, they're trying to get their lawyers, they're trying to put lawsuits on these companies. Meanwhile, what they're trying to do is create a distraction so we don't take advantage of the cannabis stock resurrection. That's really what's going on. That's the truth. This is your boy Rich.
So we have an answer from Bruce. And it's Vireo Health.
One day we gon' fly, we gon' make this money, we gon' live all life. But we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. One day we gon' fly, we gon' make this money, we gon' live all life. We can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. Shortest can't take us down. It's the time to buy and put your money in. Let the profits maximize. We the people stay true and we don't stand for lies. Canada, we the leader for the legalized. Herb be the cure for all the sick and all the broken. We wanted this for years and they thought we were joking. Nah. We were always patient. Cannabis for you and me and all the nations. So all my brothers and all my sisters, go on and light it up. Go on and take it to the head when the times are tough. I know we buying in the red, that's the sign of luck. Don't panic, we gotta manage, the time is us. And I don't care for the lefts and all the market makers. But I swear they nuts, I call them salty haters. Big pharma trying to get in for a piece of it. Because they know the medication, we don't believe in it. I'm so happy it's over, all the prohibition. And now we here, it's Rich TV, the coalition. There's no locking or stopping because we on a mission. Teach the people they spreading lies, it's a contradiction.
You want to make money, invest in the top cannabis stocks in Canada and the United States that are revenue generating. Invest in the best because the best is blessed. This is your boy Rich, and we're out. Peace. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is a cannabis stock revolution. It's true. Get ready for the resurrection. I'm out. Peace.
I'm talking Jordan Belfort, let's open up scenarios. Wolf of Wall Street, and I ain't talking about DiCaprio's. The man predicted markets, he knew it was gonna explode. He knew it was making money, and he knew to crash your homes. Oh, yeah, these are the big boys. He also predicted the crash of bitcoins. That's a big short. Stop acting like a big dork. I'ma get this pie, no lie. I need a big fork. I know about their tactics. The shortest making money off the people's back is horseshit. I'm telling you, take caution. Everything is so corporate. I'm trying to make enough money to give to all the poor kids, and that is what the herb is for. Helping people feed the poor. All we need is life, so stop thinking that all you need is more. And now we here, but our past, yeah, we can't forget. It's time to grow, and you know we getting out of debt. One day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money, we gon' live all life. We can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. And one day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money, we gon' live all life. And we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright.
The real Wolf of Wall Street loves cannabis stocks. Jordan Belfort believes in cannabis stocks. The new Wolf of Wall Street loves cannabis stocks. Rich TV Live loves and believes in cannabis stocks. The question is, do you believe in cannabis stocks, and will you achieve ultimate wealth through the cannabis stock revolution? It's true.
So Bruce has found a new home, and ironically, on the same day that his previous company that he previously owned, that he previously controlled, that he previously founded and built to become the #1 cannabis company on the planet, and I've consistently called them the LeBron James of the cannabis sector, they have at one point decided, he would need some money and decided to go and partner up with Constellation Brands, the same guys who own Corona, and they ousted him. They gave him, I believe it was $4 billion cash, and the money was too good to give up and too good to be true. He took the money and he gave away his control. They took the company, and ever since he's been looking for a company to really sink his teeth into. And today he announced the company Vireo Health, which names Bruce Linton as executive chairman. This is the breaking news. This is the big news that is circulating everywhere today. And it's kind of funny that he announced this news on the same day that his ex-company, which he's speaking very highly of, by the way, just opened up a subsidiary and partnered up with Drake. It's true. So shares of Vireo Health International had a nice day today. It was up big at one point. It did go as high as $2. From what I've heard, it went to $1.98. It says $1.89 here, but I heard it went as high as $1.98. It did finish at $1.55, up 14%. But at one point, I believe it was up as much as 50%. And then it consolidated. Before the news, it was at $1.35. So it had a nice day today. And this is due to the fact that they named entrepreneur Bruce Linton as executive chairman. Linton, the former founder and chief executive officer of cannabis market leader Canopy Growth Corp, will join the Vireo board and work closely with CEO and founder Dr. Kyle Kingsley to shape the company's strategy and lead its capital markets activity. It is Linton's first major role since he was ousted from Canopy in July amid pressure from the company's biggest shareholder, Corona beer brewer Constellation Brands, which invested $4 billion in the Smith Falls, Ontario company last year. This is a science-backed marijuana company that met my criteria for best practices and valid methodology, Linton told MarketWatch in a telephone interview. This struck me as a company doing a lot of good work that nobody knows about. This could be an opportunity of a lifetime for us to get into Vireo Health early. Could he potentially do with Vireo Health what he did with Canopy Growth and took it from $1 in 2016 all the way to $70? It is now consolidated back to 25, but he's taken it as high as 70. Minneapolis-based Vireo Health was set up VREOF in America, up 14.42% in America. VREO in Canada, up 14.81%, was set up 5 years ago with a team led by doctors, scientists, and engineers as a medical cannabis company that has developed into a multi-state operator now active in 11 states, said Kingsley. The company has 400 employees and offices in New York, Montreal, and Denver alongside Minnesota. We really looked to bring in professionals that understood and understand science and intellectual property, said Kingsley, acknowledging that the company is relatively unknown. Vireo went public in March on the Canadian Securities Exchange, the small exchange that has become the preferred destination for cannabis companies that are not allowed to list on U.S. exchanges because of the continued federal ban of cannabis. Like many cannabis companies, Vireo went public through a reverse takeover. The company had $18.5 million in revenue in fiscal 2018. It has 13 patents pending, 11 manufacturing licenses, 32 dispensary licenses, and 2 hemp licenses. It produces pharmaceutical-grade products for medical patients, as well as high-potency soft gels and vaporizer cartridges. Linton and Kingsley are now looking at acquisitions that will make a good fit and are eyeing those states that are still in the early stages of developing their cannabis sector. If I were a tobacco company, I would want to talk to us about our IP, said Linton. Linton will be compensated in incentive warrants, which will be distributed in 3 tranches. The executive said the new role will be his main job for now, although he also have a 10% investment in a company specializing in psychedelic research and in a software company called Ruckify that specializes in renting equipment, housing items, and other categories of goods that are rarely used and take up space. We need to change the word psychedelic, which still has too much negativity from the 1960s. It's not the right baggage, he said. Ruckify, meanwhile, is partly a climate play, an area that Linton explored immediately after he was ousted from Canopy in 2017. Meanwhile, Canopy said Thursday it is planning to launch a wellness company with Canadian rapper Drake. So that's the big news. Vireo Health and Bruce Linton. Wow. What do you guys think? Love to hear what you guys think. Let's get into some of your guys' messages. Five Finger Limited, how you doing? Drew D says, Vireo watch alert. He says, find a price to get in. I agree. Let's find the bottoms, man. We're bottom hunters. Let's find the bottoms. Five Finger Limited says, made money today. What'd you make money today on? Five Finger. Mark Pepper says, hi, Rich. Bought some today. Smart man. Investing in Bruce Linton. His track record speaks for himself. Five Finger Limited says, Lightlink's 4% day trade. Hey, good work, man. Congratulations. Duarte Barrow says, this is the company with the crazy RTO, right? I know they did an RTO. I don't know about a crazy RTO. Chris says, you're always on the ball, Rich. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, man. Five Finger Limited says, take my word, Vireo Health hurting big time for money. Well, I think that's probably why they brought Bruce in. He's got a history of being able to bring in money. He raised, literally billions of dollars for Canopy Growth, despite the fact that they weren't showing profits. So he's good at what he does, and there's a reason why they brought him in. Chris says, I'm happy for Bruce getting a fresh start with a new company. Yeah, me too. And clearly the market liked it. Look at the way Vireo Health responded in the market today. 4 million shares at $1.55. I don't believe it really trades this much on a daily basis. VREO. Let's take a look at the US side. Drew D says, yeah, I'm ready to start fresh with him. Yeah, I think it's a good day for both Canopy Growth and for Vireo Health, to be honest with you. Mark Pepper says, I said it before, the sooner the Safe Banking Act passes in the Senate, the better for the cannabis sector. I agree with you. There's a lot of catalysts that we're waiting on. That is one of them. This is the American side of Vireo Health, up 14.42% and 925,000 shares traded. Like, this is a company that's so early. I don't believe there's really any analyst coverage whatsoever. Share structure. See what bar chart thinks. Fat Nut says, I think so too, Mark. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a huge catalyst. Chris says, I can't wait, Mark. I think that will be the news that will rally the sector. Yeah, I think there's a lot of different catalysts that are coming, but Bruce joining Vireo Health is huge for Vireo Health in so many different ways. All of his contacts, all of his relationships, all of his money, all of his partners. I mean, this is big news, guys. And this is a company that he said himself is relatively unknown. So get ready. People are going to be talking about it now. I'll tell you that much. People will be talking about it now. It's going to be the talk of the town. Mark Pepper says, Bruce will make Vireo a A+ company. Yeah, I mean, he's got a history of doing that. So who's to say he won't do it again? They obviously had a nice bump up today. Finished up 14%. Nothing wrong with that. So, Bruce clearly has a lot of control. He has a lot of power in the market. Let's see here. So the company currently has licenses in 11 markets, including Arizona, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Mexico, New York, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island. I mean, that's a lot. That's 11 states, man. That's big. Boom, right there, right on the homepage. They got Bruce. Look at this. Bam. Right there, right on the homepage, folks. Look at that, eh? Vireo welcomes Bruce Linton as executive chairman right on the front page. You think they're excited about this or what? It's like they just won the lottery. This is huge. Chris says, I wish I had more money to invest. I'll be watching them for now. I think, yeah, there's huge upside here, and I think there could be a chance for us to do a 10x. And Bruce talks about multiples, and that's why I like Bruce. You know, I like anyone that is talking about multiples, and Bruce talks about multiples all the time. So, you know, this is big news. Look at this, Bruce, right on the homepage. Right there. Right on the homepage. Dubadan says, do they have any edibles on the market? You know what? I need to dive into them more. And let's take a look. Products. Vireo products contain highly purified, double distilled, precisely formulated medical marijuana extracts with strain-specific terpenes to maximize the entourage effect. Vaporizers are available in the following varieties. So you can get products that are THC dominant, balanced, we call them one-to-ones, THC and CBD, or even CBD dominant products. So yes, they do have CBD products. They have oils, vaporizers, and capsules. And you can see these are all the different states that they're located in. Arizona, Maryland, Minnesota, Massachusetts, Nevada, New Mexico, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. Kyle Cushion Trader says, hey, Rich, Origin House up 30% and ICC Cannabis up 20%. We're starting to see stocks popping, man. Starting to see stocks popping. Starting to see stocks popping. Canna Royalty had a nice day. Canna Royalty had a nice day. Let's see here. What did they do? Yeah, Canna Royalty had a monster day. Up 30%. Origin House made a big move today. And I believe it's because of the big news from Cresco Labs. Lorenzo says, Rich, what the F happened to the Bruce effect? Well, I mean, the stock went up 50%, but people took profits and then it went back down. So, I mean, the Bruce effect can only be so good. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, when you got insiders dumping, somebody dumped 4 million shares. Somebody dumped 4 million shares. Right? So the Bruce effect is real. The stock was up 50%. And then somebody dumped 4 million shares. So, in my opinion, the Bruce effect is very real and very strong. But, you know, he can only do so much. He can't control the insider selling. And he can't control people from taking profits. I mean, anyone who bought VREO and had a chance to sell it when it was up 50% took their profits. Nothing wrong with that. Drew D says, Lorenzo, Vireo, find a price to get in. I think that Bruce working with them full time is a great endorsement for Vireo Health, and it definitely has to be on everybody's watch list and on everybody's radar because the Bruce effect is very, very real. Very, very real. Lorenzo says, Drew D, keeping my eyes on it. I don't know shit about Vireo and not much about Bruce. Hey, man, at least you're honest, bro. Drew D says, grab some yield growth, small position at 20 USD, going to sell at 40. I hope you win big, bro. Peter B says, December 1st, 2017, this was at $18. Hey, maybe it goes back to 18 and we can all 10x. That's what I'm looking for, is the next 10x. And Bruce has already done it before, so why not do it again? I'm not betting against Bruce, that's for sure. Upswing Trading says, will be very volatile for first week or two of trading. Pay close attention to charts for support and resistance. Chris says, Lorenzo, part of the Bruce effect was Bruce being Canopy. Peter B says, even if Bruce does only 10%, we are golden. I agree. Albert Ramos says, tight float, checking, increasing sales with high margins, check. Dylan Fraser says, I was a buyer today. What were you buying, Dylan? Alberto Ramos says, Vireo added to the watch list. Yeah, and just want to know what you guys are thinking. You know, I don't own this stock, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to buy some. I am. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to buy some. I don't know when, but I'm going to buy some. Kofeficking Maga says Merrill Lynch bought big last month. Christopher says there will be other things that will rally the sector, Lorenzo. This is just a waiting game for now. This is just the beginning, only been a year. Yeah, man, this is... what did Gary Vee say? We weren't even in the first inning? We're not even in the first inning. He said we're not even starting batting practice. Gary Vee said he's still taking his shit and they haven't even started batting practice. That's how early we are. That's all I got to say, man. Chris says, there will be other things that will rally the sector, Lorenzo. This is just a waiting game for now. This is the beginning. Only been a year. Love that comment, Chris. Peter B says 10x X2. Let's go. Five Finger Limited says, watch out. They need money big time. That's why it didn't run farther. Yeah, and I'm not doubting you, my friend. I'm not doubting you. Chris says, Rich, are you a fan of AUSA? Yeah, I obviously don't like the share price of AUSA right now. They've been getting hit hard. But I like the fact that they are working with Aurora Cannabis and that they are Aurora 2.0 and Aurora America. I like that. But obviously, I don't like the fact they've been going down. As an investor, I don't own it, so I might position myself in it soon. I'll let you know. I got a lot of companies I'm looking at. They happen to be one of them, but they've been getting beat up. And I've told a lot of you guys, once a stock goes under $1, they're in no man's land. And it gets a little scary at that point. So I'd be careful. But I like them. I like them a lot. I think they have a lot of potential. I really do. I really, really do. But yeah, Vireo Health looks pretty good here. I don't know too much about the company. I got to do more due diligence. I got to do more research. Clearly, they aren't doing anything huge yet as far as revenue. Let's take a look at. Let's take a look at OTC markets. I like the fact they're on the OTCQX exchange. That's good. 113 million market cap. So he's literally getting started in a tiny market cap company, which I think this could easily be a 10x. If he can bring this into $1 billion market cap, which I'm pretty sure he will, based on his track record, this could be huge, guys. We could 10x here. Wow, look at the float. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. 23 million shares in the float. 109 million shares issued and outstanding, but only 23 million in the float. Oh my goodness. Lorenzo says, Chris, yes, Chris, wait for the profits and companies with great products. I agree. And it's going to take time for us to see who are going to be the most revenue profitable and revenue generating. And it's also going to take some time to see who are going to be the products that people like the most. But so far, there are companies that are doing extremely well because they're able to get money behind them. And two companies that I think we need to watch very carefully because they're able to get a lot of money behind them are Kronos Group, a company that has billions of dollars behind them. And we need to watch them very carefully because they got the money. Okay? Kronos Group, and they were down 5% today. So this might be the time to start really looking carefully at Kronos Group because they've got billions behind them. And then the other one is Canopy Growth, who just did a deal today with Drake. And despite the fact they did a deal with Drake today, the stock was down 1.75%. It is up after market a little bit. But once again, 100% sell. Everything is down in the sector. The entire sector is down. You can see here, over the last year, Canopy Growth is actually still up 6%. But you could see they've been as high as $52 in America and come all the way back down to 17. So they're up a little bit from those levels, but yeah, the downside is maybe a little bit from here, but I think the upside is tremendous for Canopy Growth. And if we take a look at VREO, so we can see here VREO, they are up 29% in the last 3 months. They've been up as high as $2.84 not too long ago. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them test those highs at some point in the future, especially now that they've got the big Bruce behind them. I think this is big news for them. Really, really big news. They got Bruce on board, and I think that that is huge based on his track record. Let's get into some of your guys' messages here. Alberto Ramos says, Rich, the infamous Green Lane GNLN reports earnings before open tomorrow. With 10 million float, it could go Tilray. Wow. Well, it'd be nice to see it go Tilray. GNLN. Green Lane Holdings. Let's take a look. $3.91, down 9%. These guys have been getting beat up since they did their IPO. It's just been getting beat up. Mind you, it's still a strong buy. It's kind of funny. They are still up 25% somehow, I guess, from the bottom. So they have been coming up. But I don't know. I'd be careful. Like, look at this right in the news. First thing I see. Class action lawsuit for GNLN. Yeah, that's not something I want to get involved in. Don't like those class action lawsuits, but I'll definitely be watching them. David Sharp says, I bought some CGC today. Congratulations for owning the #1 cannabis company on the planet. Great board members on Vireo. Let's take a look at their board. So this is Kyle Kingsley, CEO. Bruce is already added to the board. There you go. You got Bruce. There you go. You got Bruce. Oh, man, that's as good as it gets right there. Amber. Ari. Chief Strategy Officer. Jennifer Dewey, Chief Security Officer. Stephen Dammer, MD, Chief Medical Officer. Harris Rabin, Chief Marketing Officer. Eric Greenbaum, Chief Science Officer. Gary Starr, Senior Vice President of Global Affairs and Chief Quality Officer. Michael Schrader, General Counsel and Chief Compliance Officer. Wow, they got a big team. Holy smokes. Christian Gonzalez, Executive Vice President of Operations. I mean, like, look at their team. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. They got a big team. Wow. Unbelievable. So now they just added Bruce to this huge team, and this is a crazy team. Like deep team. Wow. Just taking a look at the team. Trying to skim through it and just get an idea of what exactly these guys are into, but there's definitely something going on here. I mean, look how many people are involved. Look how many MDs are involved in this company. It's big. This company's big. This is going to be big. Let's take a look at New York. What are they doing in New York? $20 discounts for new patients. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Drew D says, Vireo looks legit, man. Upswing Trading says that also means they're going to be dumping paper shares onto retail investors. Yeah, and guys, remember, always invest in the best. Don't go and invest in anything just because you heard it here first. Do your due diligence, do your research. I am not a financial advisor. I'm an investor just like you guys, and I want to use this opportunity as a community to identify winners, identify them first, find the bottoms, find the best price to buy, find the best time to sell, buy when they're low, sell when they're high, and use the community as a tool to talk about picks that we think could be winners and get feedback from other members as to whether or not they think it's a buying opportunity, a selling opportunity. Now is a time for us to be buying. Now is a time for us to be selling. This is the power of the Rich TV Live community, working together to identify great companies at the bottom. Is this company going to be a huge winner now that they've just added Bruce Linton, who took Canopy Growth Corp from under $1 to $70 in Canada? And when he was fired, it was at over $50 in Canada. And it's now at $25. Can he do the same thing with Vireo Health? Will he have the same magic sauce with Vireo Health that he did with Canopy Growth Corp? That is the $1 million question. Canadian guy says Emerald is at 67 cents a share. Yeah, a lot of companies are getting slaughtered. Maga says, do not buy CGC, buy Vireo. Upswing Trading says, I prefer when they are trading near 100% of the float. Drew D says, what's everyone's thoughts on Green Lane? I think that they're definitely near a bottom, but with all those lawsuits, I would be careful. Shane MJ says, hi Rich, how you doing today? Keep cutting my losses, bro, but still a believer. Some companies like ACB, Afria, and Hexo will be huge, just to name a few. Yeah, and the key is right now, we're still early. We have the opportunity to make a lot of money. Maybe in the short term, it's difficult when the market's been down for 7-8 months. But in the long term, we still have tons of time to make money. And we're really, really early. And what we're learning today is going to help us prepare ourselves for what we're investing in tomorrow. Because the reality is the number one company today is Canopy Growth Corp and Scott's Miracle-Gro and GW Pharma. But tomorrow, it could be Tilray. It could be True Leaf. It could be Curaleaf. We don't know. So this is the thing, is we're trying to bet in what is going to be number one in the future, and nobody knows. It goes down to pricing. It comes down to quality of product. It comes down to customer service. It comes down to branding. And the companies that have the best of all of it will be the biggest successes. Some companies are going to find cures for epilepsy and seizures and cancer and all kinds of different diseases and illnesses and animals and children. And there's going to be all kinds of breakthroughs. And as that happens, those companies will explode. We don't know who they're going to be today. So that's why you got to stay tuned. Jason Garza says, was going to buy some more Afria, but changed my mind, and I'm buying a new motocross bike. Yeah, enjoy the bike, man. Chris says, doubled my holdings in Ianthus today. I like Ianthus. I think you'll do well there. Jason Garza says, well done, sir. Uber Forever says, hi, how you doing? Five Finger Limited says, they aren't profitable. Uber Forever says, Kron is going to $3 as Andrew Left stated. I mean, they got billions behind them, so, I mean, anything is possible. But I'll tell you one thing, if they go to $3, I'll buy some. Drew D says Medicine Man Technologies is solid. MDCL. Thank you, Drew, for sharing your knowledge. Peter B says, when you gonna be huge, you need a big team. It's true. Five Finger Limited says, no one cares about the effects, needs to make money. Yeah, it's true. Everyone needs to make money. Peter B says, you nailed it. MD for real results. Jason Garza says, show me the money. Five Finger Limited says, new licenses don't even move stocks anymore. Well, yeah, because the sector's bare right now. Shane MJ says, I dumped EMH yesterday at a loss. I dumped Sproutly at a loss. Oof, it's painful. Rob Parsons says, hi, Rich. Hope you had a good interview today with Namaste. Would like to get my shirt back one day. It's rather cold. You know what? I actually didn't do the interview. It's going to happen tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. Drew D says, get Vireo on your show. I would love to. Dubadan says, top US MJ stock right now. True Leaf. William Patterson says, in your best guess, do you think any of these companies would do dividends? Well, yes. HMMJ is already doing dividends, and IIPR is also doing dividends. Dylan Fraser says, I like Trump, sorry, but I am in Canada, so it doesn't matter. But you could have Trudeau. I'll trade you Trudeau for Trump. I'll even throw in cash. Uber Forever says cannabis stocks don't have price to earning ratio. Yeah, because we're early, which means we're early to the party, which means we have the best opportunity to get in early, to get in at the lowest prices of the biggest and the best companies. Canopy Growth has billions. Kronos Group has billions. Some of these companies have hundreds of millions. The companies that are the most well capitalized are in the best positioned to succeed, companies that have the lowest cost per gram, companies that have enormous growth capacity, companies that have a product that people want. Those are the ones that I'm focused on. Love to know your opinions. If you guys ever do a review, send it. I'd love to post it. Get your opinions on real products, real reviews. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. We bring in the winners, we bring in the news, and we bring it to you first. Bruce Linton joins Vireo Health, the MSO that won the Bruce Linton lottery. It's true. Bruce Linton. Wow. Bruce Linton. And to think, he had the number one cannabis company in the world. They were on top, and he left, and they've lost over 50% of their value since he left. And now, today, he's, August, September, October, November, August, September, October, November. 4 months after he was fired, he is now the executive chairman of Vireo Health, a multi-state operator in 11 states in America. Bruce did it. He said he would do it. He did it. He is a man of his word. Congratulations, Bruce. And I have a special song that we made for you, Bruce. I know it talks about canopy growth. We'll try to make a new one for Vireo Health, okay? We'll try to make a new one for Vireo Health. I was not able to predict that you were going to get fired by Canopy Growth. I kind of didn't see it coming. I was kind of blindsided. Bruce, we'd love to have you on the show. Anyone from Vireo Health, we would love to have you on the show, okay? But we do have a song dedicated to Bruce. Here it is.
Folger's intensely dark coffee is dark. Dark like trying to take selfies by the campfire dark.
This is for you, Bruce. Don't worry, we'll make a new song, Bruce, just for you.
Stacking them digits. Now we fighting in Gotham. We don't have time for jokers until it's legalized federally. There'll be a ton of smokers. Canopy Growth Corp. It's the #1 buy. If you look up, you can see the signal in the sky. Yeah, based in Ontario. I'm like, here we go. Putting all my money on this one. You can hear it through the stereo. Canopy, biggest in the world. No one else could ever beat them. So I'm putting this track out for the people, so you gain financial freedom. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Can Batman get out of this one? He tied up like shit, son. He need Robin for backup. He get smacked up every season. Tweed, that's all we really need. It's time to plant the seed. Smoking on some good weed. Constellation invested big. Now they got 38%. You can see it, we fighting crime. Now's the time, we gotta win. 6 licensed facilities, over 600,000 square feet. Producing so many kilograms. My God, it's still so sweet. Czech Republic, Brazil, Jamaica, Canada, United States, Brazil, make no mistakes. Denmark, UK, Germany, plus Spain. Canopy is worldwide. I hope you heard what I'm saying. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees.
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you?
Bruce, love to invite you to the show. Love to get you on Rich TV Live. I appreciate everything you've done. Congratulations on this move to an MSO. And I still think that it was a huge mistake that was made, in my opinion, I think it was a huge mistake made, in my opinion, by Canopy Growth firing Bruce. I said that since day one, and I truly believe that. And I think that this is going to be his revenge opportunity. And I believe he's going to make it his Picasso. I have a feeling that this is the type of guy that wants to make this his Picasso. And he said in his press release that he's going to focus on this company and it will be his number one focus. I think big things are coming. Stay tuned. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in the winners and we bring it to you first. Have been since 2017. It's true. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Vireo Health. Put on your watch list. Put on your radar. Your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. I'm out. Peace. You know we don't leave like that. I'm going to have to put this on some type of an alert. I think we put this on full
Adventure
alert.
comes standard at your local Subaru dealer. Hurry in for lease and finance rates from 0.5%.
0.5%.
Cryptocurrencies, cannabis stocks, and CEO interviews brought to you by Rich TV Live.
Put Vireo Health on a full alert. They now have Bruce Linton.
Rich TV Live.
We're on a full alert, baby.
You know it's a full alert, baby.
It's Bugatti Beats.
They got Bruce. They got Bruce.
Yeah. Full alert is full alert. Full alert is full alert. Full alert is full alert. Yeah. I told y'all motherfuckers about a rubber and how it's gonna blow up. And Kira did the same and make you throw up. I was talking about Kush bottles, KSHB. I was talking about I ain't this and what they gon' be. It was VREO. We gave you all the answers. TRST, shit, you know it's cancerous. Don't forget about Africa. We brought you into harvest. But why you still hate on the kid? Why? That shit is far-fetched. Just the 52-week lows. That's just how it goes. Rich TV is here. We about to make some dough. Yeah, right on everything in January. Shit is popping out. Rolling up some good in the backwood and we puffing clouds. Bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Full alert is full alert. Full alert is full alert. Full alert is full alert. Yeah, full alert is full alert. Let me take you to the future with ACB on top and Africa right next to that shit in the second slot. I'm like Jordan in his prime, shooting with Pippen, making money all the time, fucking with some man. Kush bottles ain't going nowhere. You know it's gaining hype, and if you ain't watching, you ain't winning. It's time to say goodnight. Xena with the fever, that shit diva with the heater. You can leave that shit with Beaver. I don't fuck with non-believers. I got fire in my pocket, make my way up to Supreme. If you bet on this company, you gon' make some cream. XLY, I got lots of that. It's about to pop in fact. I ain't gotta stop the rap to tell you that you copping that. Vivo, I buy that in my Speedo with eyes closed, eating a burrito or eating on some fucking Cheetos. Yeah, you know you buy that shit. It's a new strike on these haters